possible during the holidays. Do you believe? It's Arizona State at UConn. Next. For those of you scoring at home, there are only 6 shopping days left till you know when. Tonight, we are at the Civic Center in Hartford, Connecticut, where the Arizona State Sun Devils visit the #1 ranked and 6-0 Connecticut Huskies. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Picozzi, along with Megan Patterson-Kumo. Very happy holiday season to all of you, and we'd like to welcome those of you who are watching this evening in Phoenix. The game tonight for both teams will be the first following a lengthy break for final exams. And Megan, the last several times out, UConn's Barbara Turner has certainly aced every test on the basketball court.
Yeah, and her professor on the court, Gino Auriemma, has asked a lot of her, and boy, has she answered. Best game of the season at USC. Impressive numbers, big game. Now, this is what makes Barbara Turner so good. Athletic, gets to the basketball hoop and gets fouled. She is unstoppable.
Arizona State is 5-2, and the Sun Devils will be far and away the best rebounding team which UConn has met this season.
Without a doubt, they are 3rd in the country in rebound margin. They out-rebound their opponents by 15 a game. But they are also bears on the offensive glass. Look at that, 28 against Western Michigan. But the player who leads this team in rebounding is sophomore Kristen Kavesdi at 6'3". She has a great combination of speed, size, and strength. Will be a great matchup inside.
Will UConn be able to handle the Sun Devils off the boards? A lot may depend on Jessica Moore, the 8th leading rebounder in the Big East. Back with the starting lineups at opening tip after this. For the visitors, Betsy Boardman leads the Sun Devils in scoring, also 6th in the league in the Pac-10 in 3-point field goals. And for UConn, senior Diana Taurasi is the leading scorer in the Big East and the 13th leading scorer in the country. Charlie Turner Thorne is in her 8th season as the coach at Arizona State, already the 2nd winningest coach in Sun Devils history. And UConn coach Gino Auriemma has the highest career won-loss percentage in women's college basketball history. And Megan, UConn sophomore Wilnette Crockett is getting a little bit closer to making her first appearance of the season, but it won't be tonight.
Yeah, you see she's in street clothes now. She's been practicing more, but not quite ready to play. It takes such a long time to come back from that kind of an ankle injury. And, you know, she's not to the point where she can walk without a limp, and it's the cutting and the change of direction that's really difficult right now. So hopefully for the Huskies, she'll be back for that NC State game, the 29th.
And that will be the next home game for UConn. The Huskies will visit St. Joe's this Sunday at the Palestra. It will be Jessica Moore jumping center with Kristen Kavesdi. The Huskies have won their last 11 meetings against Pac-10 opponents. Tossing the ball up is Gator Parrish. He's working tonight's game with Connie Pardue and Bill Jump, all 3 officials from the Pac-10. Tap controlled by UConn, and Arizona State starts out in the man-to-man, and Taurasi takes it right to the hole.
Nice aggressive take to the hole for Taurasi, not waiting for anything. I saw Ann Strother set a wicked screen there too.
Yeah, Carrie Buckner noticed she ran into it face first. Buckner defended by Strother at the other end. Up top, Denson guarded by Turner as the Huskies in their trademark man-to-man. Denson goes behind the Buckner screen, blocked from behind by Taurasi. Last touch by Turner, 6 to shoot on the shot clock.
Denson had the shot at first from about 16, 17 feet. Didn't look comfortable taking it from that distance.
Inbounding on the side will be Boardman, defended by Taurasi. The Sun Devils playing their first road game of the season. They have played 2 neutral site games. Time running out on the 30-second clock. Denson didn't get it off. Shot clock violation.
That's a good thing for the Huskies to start defensively very well. Not good news for that woman, Charlie Turner Thorne, but Huskies played some lax defense in that USC contest out in California, so they want to get back to basics and play solid defense.
Taurasi being defended man-to-man by Buckner, who this time runs into the Conlon screen, and on the switch, picked up by the much smaller Loney. Strother up top to Turner, who has 5 straight double-figure scoring efforts. Shot clock inside 10. And we will get a hold on the perimeter. Looks like it's on Buckner, the first foul of the night.
And she's their defensive stopper. She will be guarding Taurasi most of the evening.
Also may see a little bit of Betsy Boardman on Taurasi, and also Giovanna Rosenthal. That's the plan, at least. Conlon, left side. Strother had trouble controlling and runs right over Charlie Turner-Thorne.
Of all times, being 9 months pregnant, you never want to get knocked over, least of all when you're 9 months pregnant.
Here's UConn. They have numbers because Boardman tumbled on the trip up the floor. Strother missed the open layup.
No, and Ann, she probably feels guilty that she knocked over the coach.
At halftime, Megan will be chatting with Charlie Turner-Thorne, who is just 3 weeks away from the due date for the birth of her 3rd child, her 3rd son. They already know it will be a boy. Loney in traffic. Strother got a hand on it, may have adjusted the trajectory of that one. This is Conlon, who walks it across. 2-0 UConn. We've played 2 minutes. Taurasi comes around the screen and takes it down the lane.
Once she turned that corner, she saw there was nothing in between herself and the basket. Wisely just took it right to the hole.
That'll help Taurasi's 57.7% field goal shooting percentage, 3rd best in the Big East. Denson up top, defended by Turner. Here's Boardman for 3. We get the whistle and a 3-second call on the Sun Devils.
Now, a couple substitutions, and the Sun Devils sub a lot because of the way they play defense and the amount of energy that they play with. Look for a lot of substitutions here tonight.
Emily Westerberg and Aubrey Johnson check into the lineup. Both freshmen, both AAU teammates from neighboring towns on the opposite side of the Washington and Idaho borders.
It always does lots for your chemistry when you get 2 best friends playing here.
I know, they made a pact. They wanted to play their college ball together. Here's Buckner with the steal. She's 2nd on the team and 10th in the Pac-10 in that category.
Did a fabulous job getting her hand in the passing lane and denying.
Westerberg up top, picked up by Taurasi. Gives to Johnson. Loney guarded by Conlon. Shot clock at 10. Buckner pull up.
And it's nice to see Buckner knock it down. She's worked really hard to diversify her game. She was strictly a defender when she came in. She's worked at her offense.
She's really struggled with her shot this year, shooting just 29.2%. Great cut without the ball for Taurasi. Rebound inside to Kavesny. Outlet to Buckner. Transition opportunity for the Sun Devils, and an offensive foul on Buckner. That's already her 2nd.
And she's a little bit surprised. I don't blame her. She was coming in there with a full head of steam, and it was one of those situations where I think the official almost anticipated that because of the way he saw her coming in.
Now, so far, Charlie Turner-Thorne making no motion to the bench to get Buckner out of there, and she's defending Taurasi. So 3.5 minutes in, Buckner already with 2 fouls. Turner up top, lobs down low. Moore got inside position on Kavesny.
What a pass, too, from the perimeter.
Jessica Moore, 2nd in the Big East in field goal shooting at 61.5%. Loney on the switch, doubled by Taurasi. Westerberg for 3. Rebound inside to Strother. Her 2nd. Taurasi ahead of the field to Turner, right on the money.
And you see a huge smile on Taurasi's face. That's the kind of stuff that jacks her up.
Charlie Turner-Thorne calling the timeout as Turner gets the basket off the Taurasi assist. Taurasi 7th in the Big East in assists, tied with her teammate Maria Conlon.
Yeah, and Charlie Turner-Thorne, you know, the one thing that she did not want to happen, as we talked earlier, was to not let UConn go and get hot early. But what she did try to say to her kids was, hey, listen, there's 16,000 people. Yeah, you're not used to that. Well,
yeah.
Just pretend that they're cheering for you.
Well, Charlie told me the other day that she first saw Diana Taurasi when she was in 7th grade. She had court awareness then that some college players never have.
Yeah.
And by the way, our viewers in Phoenix, it's a good chance they'll be seeing a lot of Diana Taurasi starting next summer because the Phoenix Mercury has the #1 pick in the WNBA draft.
Yeah, they will love her in Phoenix.
Foul line, Westerberg. Taurasi with her second block of the night. Turner gives to Taurasi 2-on-2 behind the back, and last touched by Jessica Moore. And that will bring us to our first official timeout of the night. UConn coming out of a 10-day break, jumping out to an 8-2 lead.
Well, she can just score in so many ways, Bob, which makes it so much fun to watch. Here, the screen was set, and she just came around that corner so fast. And here, so you can't trail when you get screened by Taurasi, because she will turn that corner so quickly and make you pay. But the big guy whose man has set in the screen, you got to hedge out and stop Taurasi from turning that corner.
Taurasi on the trip out west past Shea Ralph and moved into 6th place on the UConn career scoring list. Next up in her sights will be Svetlana Abrosimova. Has a ways to go to catch Svet, however. Up top, Loney, deep three.
I'll tell you what, a great thing for ASU for Loney to knock down the long-range three when UConn was junking it up a little bit defensively, double-teaming the ball on the wings.
Loney 9th in Arizona State history in threes. That was her 65th of her career. Here's Taurasi from deep. Rebound inside, Jessica Moore.
Nice offensive glass by Moore, and Arizona State unwisely left Taurasi wide open. A little breakdown in communication for the Sun Devils, but Moore there to slap up the board.
Huskies out rebounding the Sun Devils 5-3 in the early going, and the Sun Devils turn it over again. That's their 4th. Taurasi defended by Buckner, still on the floor with 2 fouls. Strother left side to Moore. Down low, it's Turner. She's quickly doubled, turns, back rims it. Rebound pulled down by inside by Jenny Thigpen, who's checked in for the Sun Devils. 6'3" sophomore out of Hanford, California. Loney to Westerberg, who is the Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Washington.
You may see some problems for Arizona State offensively. They're changing their offense this year to emotion, so it's going to take a while for them to really get it and understand the nuances.
Thigpen shoots over Jessica Moore.
It's always nice when your 6'3" forward can just pull up and knock one down.
Thigpen once scored 40 points in a high school game. Down low, Loney and Buckner combined for the steal. 4th turnover for UConn. Johnson all alone on the left. Westerberg, a wide open look. Air ball, but Ashley Battle cannot save. Still Sun Devil ball with 20 seconds to shoot.
And once again, seeing a mass substitution. 4 players coming in for Arizona. You see Morgan Valley entering for the Huskies.
Everybody but Loney leaves for the Sun Devils. Alicia Godet has checked in. Boardman returns. So does Denson.
And when you have those types of substitutions, you can't dog it for one play. Everyone plays hard for a couple minutes, and then you get a break.
First thing you got to do is pick up your man. When you're playing man-to-man, who do I guard? Loney. Deep three. Long rebound on a hop to Boardman. And a fresh 30 for the Sun Devils. Denson, Godet, off balance, awkward shot, doesn't get the rim. Strother with her 3rd rebound. Battle on the left, pull-up jumper.
Ashley Battle, who played so well in that game at USC last week, really was the difference in the game.
Huskies don't win it without her. They trailed by 15 in the first half. Battle with a season-high 12 points and a season-high 5 rebounds. Loney, only player who's been on the floor for the first 7+ minutes for the Sun Devils. Deep three, Boardman.
I saw her knock down a couple of them today at shoot-around from way downtown.
Her 10th of the year, 6th best in the Pac-10. Taurasi goes right by Boardman, can't finish, but Moore keeps the rebound alive to her teammate Strother. Morgan Valley away from the play, will get a whistle on UConn. And it looks like Battle setting the screen inside will be whistled for the Huskies' first foul of the night. Maria Conlon re-enters for UConn. Strother departs. Conlon incredibly still looking for her first 2-point field goal of the season. Has 11 3-pointers. Giovanna Rosenthal has entered for the first time. for the Sun Devils. 5'7" sophomore from right down the road from the ASU campus in Phoenix. Went to Thunderbird High School. Rosenthal on the dribble drive. Down low Denson, who's mugged, and will get to the line.
See, that's what's dangerous about trying to block shots. That time Taurasi went in there like a tomahawk trying to block that shot. A nice pass. See, she's coming from behind. Whoa, and that just, look at that. And that's a play you'd expect her to make as a freshman, not now.
First foul on Taurasi, 2 on the team. And at the free throw line, Amy Denson, the 6'1" sophomore who began her high school career at Klamath Union, finished up at Crater High School, comes from Central Point, Oregon. Megan, she was the Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Oregon, one of 3 Gatorade Players of the Year from different states on this Arizona State roster.
Yeah, and then she comes in as a freshman, made first team All Pac-10.
This is a very young Arizona State team, a team which won the inaugural Pac-10 tournament just 2 seasons ago. Backdoor cut battle, a little bit too far in front of her. But we're going to get a foul. No wonder it was too far in front of her. Someone was holding her.
Well, yeah, because she started to go, but then she couldn't run anymore. And gee, I wonder why. She was being held.
That'll bring us to a timeout. 11:54 remaining in the first half, and we're all even at 12.
TV journey behind the scenes with National Geographic as they go inside a place where history is made 7 miles up our nation's flying command center, Air Force One. National Geographic special Air Force One tonight following the game on CPTV.
Now that's not the Air Force One with Harrison Ford, is it?
I don't believe so.
Where he says, "Get off my plane." Ashley Battle off the inbound. Sun Devils fell asleep.
And again, we've talked all season long how effective the Huskies have been. They've executed so well on those underneath out-of-bounds plays.
Rosenthal, 4th in the Pac-10 in steals. Gives up the dribble to Denson. Huskies have switched to a 2-3 zone with freshman Liz Sherwood in the middle. Denson with the running one-hander. Rebound comes to Godette. Blocked by Battle. Blocked again by Battle. Taurasi ahead to Battle. Battle blocks it at one end and will get to the line at the other. Fastest player on the UConn team.
And it all starts on the defensive end, the swat. And then it's pretty impressive. That shows you how fast Ashley Battle is. She blocks the ball, blocks the shot, then gets out to the races and gets up the floor and receives the great feed from Taurasi like a wide receiver.
First foul on Betsy Boardman, 4th on the team. Buckner re-enters, replacing Godette. Battle missing the first free throw. It's only her 4th miss in 15 attempts this season. 0 for 2 from the line. Rebound pulled down by Kavesdi. In the early going, Arizona State has out-rebounded UConn 9-7. As we mentioned earlier, the Sun Devils, the 3rd best rebounding team in the country. And Rosenthal knocks down the 3.
Now, she's number 3, and there's no name on the back of her jersey, and there's a very good reason for that. She's usually number 34. She just happened to forget her uniform at home.
Somebody left her uniform back home. That somebody was her. 6th 3 of the season, giving the Sun Devils a 1-point lead. Battle dribbles right by Boardman.
Great hesitation dribble. Then notice as she turned that corner, no one stopped her.
Battle with 6 points since entering the game, along with a couple of blocked shots. In the lane, Kavesdi goes right around Sherwood.
Well, the nice up and under by Kavesdi. Sherwood left her feet there. You got to stay put.
First 2 points for Kavesdi as UConn has really controlled the paint. Those were the first 2 points of the night in the paint for the Sun Devils as the Huskies turn the ball over for the 6th time.
Ashley Battle getting a very deserved rest. It's nice to see her, Bob, 2 games in a row putting together impressive performances.
Battle, the Big East Defensive Player of the Year last year as a sophomore, coming off the bench virtually every night. Denson puts it on the floor, then feeds inside to Jen Alberts. Strother fouled her, number 1 on Strother and number 3 on the Huskies.
Nice interior passing by the Sun Devils.
To the free throw line will go Jen Albert, 6'2" senior from Niwot High School in Longmont, Colorado. Started 6 games a year ago.
Yeah, was a team captain last year.
Turner returning for the Huskies, replacing Sherwood, who had a career-high 10 points against Pepperdine in the first of 2 games for the Huskies on that West Coast trip. Albert knocks down the free throw. 3-point Arizona State lead. Taurasi will bring it up the floor herself, defended by Buckner. Moore sets the high screen. Instead, Strather on the right. Turner up top and away from the play. We're going to get an elbowing foul on the Sun Devils.
And like every team we've seen against the Huskies this year, they just play such physical defense. The best way to keep UConn from running their offense and executing as well as they do is you got to bump them and hold them.
Foul on Denson, her first. She'll depart. That's 5 on the Sun Devils. Let's see if the Arizona State does a better job defending the inbound beneath the Huskies hoop this time. They do. Turner spins in the lane, misses everything. Taurasi, yes, in the foul.
Well, rebounding is a state of mind, and Taurasi that time went for the ball hard. Turner a little bit off with her shot, trying to get something going offensively, but Taurasi just went for it and quickly exploded right back up.
And Taurasi demonstrating why she's the 3rd best free throw shooter in terms of accuracy in UConn history. 83% for her career. That foul was on Rosenthal, her first and 6th on the Sun Devils. We're tied at 19, just past the midway point of the first half. Loney on the left to Boardman. Back out to Loney, guarded by Conlon. Albert. High post, Boardman. Shot clock at 10. Buckner on the left, defended by the taller Strather. Shot clock inside 5. Somebody has to shoot. Boardman from nearly half court. Long rebound, caught with one hand by Wilnette Crockett. She happens to be on the UConn bench, however.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if that shot went in. I saw her knocking down long bombs today.
Think it was a play?
Yeah.
Set up Boardman. They'll never guard her there.
Yeah, exactly.
Conlon will walk it across. Strather on the left. Moore. Conlon comes around the pick, gets the return pass. Turner spins. Off Taurasi's hand, deflected by Buckner, but last touch by Taurasi.
Do these guys play defense or what?
They really extend it way out from the hoop.
They deny every passing lane, pressure on the ball, make it difficult to complete a pass and run your stuff. Great defense by Arizona State.
You saw the turnover story. UConn leads the Big East in turnover ratio. Arizona State 5th in the Pac-10. Boardman. Bounce pass down low, a bit too far in front of Kavetsky.
It's a tough angle, a straight line like that from the middle of the key down to the middle and the bottom of the lane. Too tough. That's why it's better. You got to throw it, foul line extended, throw it in from there.
Conlon brings it across. Loney just all over. Strather on the dribble, goes right by Boardman.
That's what you got to do when you're being pressured. The dribble penetration is going to open things up.
First 2 points for Strather, the preseason nominee for the Naismith and Wooden National Player of the Year awards. On the left, Buckner, a wide open look. Missed everything, rebound Conlon baseline. UConn by a pair. Taurasi goes by Boardman with the underhand scoop. Turner with the rebound. Strather with another rebound. And she was pushed out of bounds by Buckner, and that's her 3rd foul.
Well, and that 3rd foul on Buckner is only because Ann Strather hustled her tail off from the top of the key to get down. There, the nice offensive board by Barbara Turner. Look at Strather coming out of nowhere. Buckner had no idea she was coming.
Now, they sent the teams to the bench, but they're going to bring them right back because that's team foul number 7 on the Sun Devils. So Strather will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1, and we will wait till the next whistle for the media timeout. Strother, Meg, does not get to the line that often, but when she gets there, she's been quite proficient, 8 of 10.
Yeah, and we've talked about it this year as we see Buckner picks up her third. Strother's got to get to the line more. That means she's more aggressive, more involved offensively, and that's exactly what the Huskies want. That young lady being very active on the offensive end of the floor.
Misses the free throw. Rebound pulled down by Kavesny, who leads the Sun Devils in that department for the season. She's got 3 tonight. Buckner still on the floor with the 3 fouls. Kavesny, they wanted to get her out of there, but Strother missed that first free throw. Kavesny down low. Rebound inside, pulled down by Moore, her third. Conlon, as we approach the 7-minute mark. UConn by a pair. Picks up her dribble. Turner down low. Goes around Johnson. Rebound Turner.
She got caught too low under the hoop the first time, but persistence pays off.
4th point of the night. 3rd and 4th points for Turner. Also has 3 rebounds. And Battle will be called for the push into the back of Buckner. That will be her second, Megan, and 4 in the team.
Now, there's some little simple rules. You can't, if you're going to push it a little bit, like both teams always do, you can't do it right in front of the official.
You got to pick a different geographic area of the court to get away with it. Timeout, 6:54 to go in the half. 94. They've enjoyed watching Ashley Battle come off the bench for the Huskies.
Well, coming off a great game at USC here, a drill they do every day. Although they usually bank it in here. The nice back screen she got from Maria Conlon underneath out of bounds. And here, a little lack of communication defensively for Arizona State. She made them pay. Turn the corner hard.
UConn outscoring the Sun Devils 20-2 in the paint. Loney, defended by Conlon. Lost the dribble. Now Battle double teams. On the right, Rosenthal, picked up by Turner. Wild running one-hander in the lane. Rebound, Westerberg.
And Westerberg only had 2 other maroon jerseys to fight for that ball with. No white jerseys on the board.
Westerberg's dad, Nick, was a defensive end for the Raiders. On the left, Battle, defended by Loney. Up top, Conlon, wide open 3. Her 12th of the year.
I tell you what, she just knows when to do it. She's not going to wow you with her numbers, but Maria Conlon always knocks down a bucket when her team needs it.
And with that, she moves into sole possession of 10th on the all-time UConn list with 124. She was tied with Pam Weber. Loney with the dribble drive, leaves for Thigpen.
Nice penetration by Loney. That's what opened that up.
4 points for Thigpen. Conlon to Strother. Moore with the screen took out 2 defenders. Then takes the return feed inside.
How about that nice strong turn going to her offhand of the right hand, but what a nice move by Jessica Moore.
Reasonably successful possession for Moore, and here's Strother with the steal, and she's all alone for the layup.
And again, the defense mixed it up. The double team on the ball, and that's how you do it defensively with that double team. You steal it on the pass coming out. Strother timed it perfectly, stepping in the passing lane. Conlon went over, and Strother right there where she needed to be. Rosenthal had no idea what hit her.
Biggest lead of the night at 7 for Strother, her team leading 14th steal. She's 4th in the Big East in that category. You see the back of Wilnette Crockett, and to the left of her, Nicole Wolf. And there's Nicole in the blue shirt, who will be undergoing surgery to repair a torn ACL the day after Christmas. And the estimated time for her rehabilitation, Megan, is 6 to 9 months.
Yeah, we talk about adding insult to injury. Pardon the pun, but missed all but 10 games last year with those stress fractures in her foot, and then for this to happen in practice, you wonder why things happen sometimes. But she's a tough kid. She'll fight through it.
Got a call from Shea Ralph, who knows a little bit about
Yeah.
rehabbing from ACL injuries, to try to give her some positive re-encouragement. Sue Bird tore an ACL in her freshman year. Went on to have a pretty successful career after that.
Hey, Ann Strother tore her ACL in high school. You'd never know the difference.
Inbounding Boardman on the left, shot clock at 15 for the Sun Devils, who have won 3 straight, have lost 6 straight road games, all 6 losses last year, and they turn it over for the 7th time. They had 28 turnovers in a game earlier this season against George Washington, one of the 2 teams to beat the Sun Devils. The other one, 8th ranked Kansas State. Taurasi, a great cut without the ball, couldn't finish. Loney gets the rebound, and while falling down began the dribble to avoid the travel call.
A la Curly Neal.
Don't practice that at home. On the right, Kvezdi goes flying, and we'll get a foul on the Huskies. It will be number 5 on the team and number 2 on Taurasi.
Yeah, Taurasi frustrated from the other end of the floor. She thought she got fouled a little bit, I think, on that shot, but she didn't go strong. She fell out of bounds and then came down and knocked him down.
Loney double teamed by Strother and Taurasi. Gets it back. Reverses it left side to Godet. On the dribble, the runner in the lane. Rebound in traffic, Taurasi. Tied up by Kvezdi. Held ball. Arrow pointing toward the Sun Devils. And Loney will inbound. Her dad, Steve, is the offensive line coach for the Vikings and formerly was an assistant coach at UConn. Loney already has 1 3.
On cue, Loney knocked it down. Talking about dear old dad.
She's got 6 on a couple of threes. With that one, she moves into a tie for 8th on the Arizona State career list with her 66th career 3. There's the 3-point shooting story in the early going.
She can't believe she was called for a foul there.
Indeed she is. It's her first, 8 on the team, and at the line goes Jessica Moore, who has struggled from the line this year, just 3 of 10. Turner with the offensive rebound, had the shot partially blocked, and Kvezdi pulls it down.
Well, once again, Turner a little too far into the hoop, hit the bottom of the backboard.
Cadet spins, leaves for Kvezdi, misses the 3. Rebound comes down to Moore. It's her 4th. Huskies just 1 of 5 from the line tonight. Strother gives the Turner down low to the cutter Moore, and she's hammered.
Physical game. The nice pass here, and then Moore, the nice cut. Turner found her. Now Boardman, you know, she looked incredulously at the official, and I don't blame her. She looked like she got ball there.
And Moore will go to the line to shoot 2 and knocks the first one down. Charlie Turner Thorne told me UConn has been a great offensive team for years. Now they've become just as good at the defensive end.
Well, what I will say, having been involved with the team for all these years, you know, I think UConn has always been a great defensive team, and they've often gotten less credit for it, or it's gone unnoticed, but that's something that they have stressed every day in practice, and I think that's been the benchmark for this team, their defense.
Gino Auriemma's club holding the opposition to 33% shooting from the floor thus far this year, best in the Big East and 10th best in the country. On the rebound, last touch by Strother, says official Bill Jump. Timeout, 3:24 to go in the half, and a 5-point UConn lead.
People you'd like to meet, places you'd like to go, and things you'd like to do on Positively Connecticut with Diane Smith. Tune in Friday night at 8:30. You're available, right? For the next Positively Connecticut, only on CPTV.
Wouldn't think of missing that or anything else Diane does.
That's right.
Longtime former colleague of mine who does such a great job on those Positively Connecticut programs. If there's a neat place in Connecticut, Diane has discovered it, and she'll show it to you on CPTV. Loney defended by Conley. Shot clock is down to 10. Boardman on the left to Loney. Already has a couple of threes. This time a pull-up 2.
Boy, is she fun to watch play.
Loney's got 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting, and the Sun Devils more than hanging around down 3. And we're going to get an offensive foul on the Huskies on setting the screen. Morgan Valley, her first, number 6 on UConn. Seen more and more of that this season, Megan. Seems to be more of an emphasis on calling the foul on the screener.
You've got to stay put. You got to keep your arms in. You can't initiate contact, and the person with the ball really has to make sure they run their man into you.
Down low, Kavesny got sweet position. Moore and Battle were there. If it's Battle, instead it will be Moore. Battle already has 2 fouls. That's Moore's first 7 on the team.
Kavesny has a big body inside. She got good position down low. And if you give a player that talented, that position down low, forget it. You're done. She's either going to score or, like she's now, at the free throw line.
Kavesny didn't wander too long to play her college basketball. Went to St. Mary's High School in Phoenix. Lives in Scottsdale. Coming off a career-high 20-point performance against Texas A&M Corpus Christi, which was the last game for Arizona State back on December 10th before a 7-day break for finals. And Arizona State trails by 1. Backdoor cut. Battle. Lauren Stagg got a hand on it. Last touch by her. 17 to shoot for UConn. Stagg, a 5'10 junior from Airdrie, Alberta, has checked in. Conlon gives to Battle. Shot clock at 10. Strother to Moore at the foul line. Rebound inside off the hands of Valley to Battle, and a reset for UConn. Conlon with the catch in front of the Sun Devil bench at the 2-minute mark. And here's an anticipation steal. Denson 2-on-1 if they hurry. Denson misses the layup.
Wow. That's heartbreaking. To work that hard in the defensive end and then to blow the layup. She wants that one back. Would
have given the Sun Devils the lead. Moore with 5 rebounds as we approach the 92nd mark of the half. Conlon. Strother for 3. Got it.
Well, got Ann Strother open that time, Bob. She set an unbelievable back screen, and that's what opened up that wide open 3.
Only the 6th of the year for Strother, who is shooting only 24% from behind the arc. Very uncharacteristic of her. 4-point UConn lead. Loney in the lane. Over Moore. Missed everything. Rebound Battle. Takes it to the middle. And great anticipation for Boardman in the steal. 10 turnovers for the Huskies in the first 19 minutes. Kavesny. On the right, it's Stagg. Bounce pass to Loney. Shot clock at 10. Denson turns, shoots over the shorter Conlon.
You know, as she was just turning and fading away, I thought, Denson, what are you doing? You have such a height advantage on Conlon. Take her inside, but shows you what I know. What a sweet touch.
Arizona State down 2. 7-second differential. Shot clock, game clock. Strother on the right. Looks inside, instead finds Conlon. Already has 1 3. Rebound pulled down by Kavesny, and a held ball created by UConn. Arrow aiming toward the Huskies. Shot clock off with 15 seconds left.
Yeah, Morgan Valley heads up play, reached in there and caused that jump ball. The Arizona State bench jumped up as if to say, what do you mean jump? That's a foul.
See if the Huskies try to run something on the baseline. Nothing in the lane available. Instead, out to Valley. Huskies may very well play for 1 with 10 seconds to go in the half.
Makes a big difference when Tarazi's not on the floor.
Strother up top to Conlon. Long 3. Missed everything with 2.4 remaining. Aubrey Johnson re-enters for the Sun Devils. She'll throw the inbound pass. Arizona State has to go 94 feet in 2.4 seconds. Comes to Westerberg, and they're not going to get there. But Arizona State has traveled a few thousand miles and has given the #1 ranked Huskies all they could handle in the first 20 minutes. UConn at 6-0 and ranked number 1 leads 34-32 at halftime. CPTV and our viewers tonight in Phoenix on KAZ TV. Megan Pattison-Kumo standing by with the associate head coach of the Huskies, Chris Daly.
Bob, thank you very much. I'm here with a very raspy voice, Chris Daly, fighting a cold. CD, thoughts on the first half and what do you guys need to do in the second?
Well, we shot over 50%, but we didn't defend the 3, and we turned the ball over 10 times. We need to take better care of the ball. We really need to handle the pressure a little bit better.
All righty, well, good luck that second half.
Back to you, Bob.
Thanks, Chris. Got that Christmas red look on tonight. Let's take a look at some first half highlights. Big first half for Arizona State point guard Kylan Loney. She knocked down a couple of threes and a 2, had 8 points for the Sun Devils. Diana Taurasi right on the money finds Barbara Turner for the fast break layup. She scored 4. Ann Strother goes inside to Jessica Moore, who had a 7.5 rebound first half. UConn leads by 2, 34-32 at halftime. And as Chris Daly pointed out, the Huskies did shoot over 50% and out-rebounded Arizona State 21-16. But the Sun Devils knocking down 4 of 9 three-pointers. The Huskies with 10 turnovers, just killing Arizona State inside, Megan, and doing a good job on the backboards.
Yeah, Huskies doing a really good job of containing ASU. We talked about Arizona's rebounding, but the Huskies just dominating in the paint.
Indeed. A reasonably quiet first half for Diana Taurasi, who had 7 points, a very balanced scoring attack for the Huskies. Taurasi averaging 21.5 per game. There's Ann Strother, who also had 5 rebounds to go with those 7 points on 3 of 4 shooting. Sun Devils ball to begin the second half. Betsy Boardman to inbound. Arizona State 6-3 lifetime against teams from the Big East. This is the Sun Devils' first game against a top-ranked team since 1983 when they played USC when they were ranked number 1. Boardman, long 3, long rebound to Taurasi.
This is a key possession for the Huskies, Bob, to see how well they handle Arizona State's pressure.
Conlon to Turner right of the lane. She spins and will draw the foul on Denson. That will be number 2 on her. First team foul on the Sun Devils here in the second half.
Well, Turner is so difficult to defend because she's got so many moves. She's quick, she's strong.
First trip to the line tonight for Turner, who leads UConn in free throw attempts. That was her 38th of the year. The Huskies now just 2 of 8 from the foul line.
Yeah, and that's, that's mental. That's just inexcusable.
Missed them both. Turner, preseason second team All Big East selection. On the left, Buckner back in the lineup with 3 personals. Up top, Boardman. Down low, Kavesdi. She's quickly doubled. Has trouble getting open. And then a nice step through move.
Double is nothing to Kavesdi. Step right through.
So the Sun Devils have played 21 minutes against the top ranked team in the country and have played them dead even. 34-34. Moore up top. Down low, Turner got inside Aubrey Johnson, who's whistled for her second foul, and 2 on Arizona State.
Much better job of executing by the Huskies, getting the ball to the high post, that high-low combination. If they're taking away all the perimeter stuff, they can't take away everything inside as well.
Westerberg replaces Boardman. Inbound to Moore. Up top, Strother with Westerberg all over her. And away from the ball, will get a foul in the lane. I think it's going to be on Johnson. If so, it will be her 3rd and 3 on the Sun Devils.
No, I think it was on Boardman. Oh, it was, okay, I lied.
Well, you didn't lie. Be so hard
nice.
on yourself. Turner with the layup.
Nice move by Turner.
UConn regains the lead. Buckner to Loney. Westerberg. Arizona State playing away from home for the first time since November 29th. They've played 2 neutral site games. The rest of them have been at home in Tempe. Loney misses the runner. Rebound Conlon, and here comes Taurasi. Dribbles right by Westerberg. Feeds Moore down low.
Vintage fast break opportunity by the Huskies, and ASU wants to talk it over.
9 points for Moore and a timeout for Charlie Turner Thorne. 18-10 remaining. UConn by 4. That will air at a future date. Gino Arietta will be part of that piece.
You know you've made it when you got Morley Safer sitting courtside.
Big year for Gino Arietta, Sports Illustrated, and now 60 minutes. Morley Safer part of the crowd of 16,294 here in Hartford. Turner went for the steal, didn't get it. 24th straight sellout for the Huskies here in Hartford. 101st straight sellout overall for a home game. Down low, Kavezi is fouled. Taurasi was on one side, Moore on the other. Let's see who Bill Jump is going to get. It will be on Moore. It will be her second, first on UConn this half. And at the line will go Kavezi.
She has been so active here this evening.
Kavezi in her last 3 games, 13 of 16 from the floor. Thus far tonight, 2 of 4.
You know, not many coaches can say this about a player with how smart and motivated and hardworking Kristen is. The coach, Charlie Turner Thorne, said, I am giddy about where she can get if she keeps this pace up. Not many coaches, not many players can make their coach giddy.
Takes a lot to make the Huskies coach giddy during a game, doesn't it? You would know, you played for him for 4 years and coached for him for a couple more.
Cranky, maybe.
There's Gino Auriemma, who is in his 19th year at UConn and has yet to lose his 100th game, sitting on 99 losses, along with 507 wins. Turner drives across the lane.
The only person who could stop Barbara Turner is Barbara Turner.
Earlier in the possession, Kavezi with her first foul, 4 on the team, and Kavezi makes up for it with a little jump hook.
And that's a shot that cannot be blocked if done correctly.
She's got 10 in double figures for the 2nd time this year and the 16th time in her career. And she's only a sophomore. Strother up top, Turner down low, Moore, great look inside. Missed the layup though.
Well, that high-low will be there because of the emphasis on the defense along the perimeter.
Rebound pulled down by Thigpen. Buckner. Westerberg spins. Rebound pulled down by Jessica Moore. It's her 6th. 3.5 minutes gone, second half. UConn by a pair. Turner dribbles right by Kavezi. Missed the shot. Thigpen with the rebound, and here's Loney. Sun Devils have had nothing in transition tonight. They're very patient. Down low, Kavezi goes inside Taurasi.
Huskies got away with a foul there.
Strother's got it. The reach in by Westerberg creates the held ball. Arrow pointing toward UConn.
I thought Kavezi got fouled on that play.
Strother departs. 7.6 rebounds for the sophomore from Castle Rock, Colorado, who 2 years ago as a high school senior won the Naismith Award, which goes each year to the best high school player in the country. There she is. Spent part of her summer playing for the United States at the Pan American Games along with her UConn teammate Barbara Turner. Speaking of Turner, dribbles by Denson. Rebound, Moore, or Battle runs it down in front of the Huskies bench. Conlon for 3. Her second of the night.
Once again, a perfect time. Huskies needed a bucket. Gets them up now by 5.
Conlon shooting 50% from 3-point range for the season. Denson in the lane. Shoots over Battle.
Nice soft release by Denson. Oh, she likes that little fadeaway. Nice jump stop, powers up.
6 points for Denson, averaging 7 per game. 3-point UConn lead. Moore down low, Taurasi spins on Buckner.
Yeah, there's no guard in the country who can contain Taurasi when she backs him down into the lane.
Not many forwards or centers either. Right side jumper by Buckner. She's got 4. 5 minutes gone second half. The UConn lead was 2 at the half. It's 3 right now. On the left, Turner. UConn has won 12 straight and 82 of its last 83. The only loss to Villanova in the Big East championship game. Taurasi can't get it to go, but she will draw the 4th foul of the night on Carrie Buckner.
Thought that was a little bit of a late call too. Not the smartest of fouls to make. That's a phantom foul. I think it was probably from what the contact before.
Taurasi makes the free throw. She's 5th in the Big East in free throw shooting at 84.6%. Was a participant this week on ESPN Sports Center, a little sports trivia contest they've been running this week. She thought they loaded the deck. She said, how come Chris Webber got easier questions than I did? 11 points for Taurasi, who is in double figures for the 89th time in her career.
TV proudly presents a new national program, Hanukkah on Planet Matzo Ball, a delightful story which explains the holiday's history, tradition, and meaning. Hanukkah on Planet Matzo Ball, a CPTV national program, Saturday afternoon at 12:30, followed by a Hanukkah celebration only on CPTV.
Look at Charlie Turner Thorne, who played her collegiate ball at Stanford, was a grad assistant at Washington, an assistant at Santa Clara for 3 years, and a head coach at Northern Arizona for 3 years before coming to Arizona State. Palming the ball on the Sun Devils. Now her club has been able to hang around tonight, Megan, and these are 2 reasons why.
Yeah, anytime you're 100% from the free throw line and knocking down 40% of your shots from long range, you got a chance. And then let's add in there outstanding defense as well.
And that's only their 8th turnover of the night. Turner wants to back in on Denson. Misses the shot. Turner tries to chase down the rebound, but unable to save it. Instead, it's Boardman to Godet on the right. Spins on Taurasi. Wild shot. Gets her own rebound momentarily. Then Moore got a hand on it. Last touch by the Sun Devils.
The entire ASU bench was pointing in their favor, trying to get the call. It's good effort.
Speaking of getting the call, at halftime they changed it, Megan, and they took a foul away from Carrie Buckner and gave it to Amy Denson.
Wow.
So Buckner now with only 3 fouls, and instead of 2, Denson has 3. There's Buckner on the bench with the 3 fouls.
Good news for ASU.
That would explain why perhaps she remained in the game after she picked up her 2nd foul. Maybe one of those first 2 weren't on her.
Could be.
Taurasi will inbound. On the side. Gives to Strother. On the right, it's Battle. Sun Devils already with 16 fouls this half.
That turnover there, Ashley Battle, as Gino can't believe it. She threw it to where Diana Taurasi was supposed to be, but she ran into a big ASU body inside and couldn't get there.
Boardman. Bounce pass to Rosenthal. Up top, Denson, defended by Morgan Valley. On the left, Loney looking for her 3rd 3 of the night. Rebound, Rosenthal. Strother in the lane and a foul. This one, I think, is going on Taurasi.
Taurasi. Wow.
Her 3rd 2 on the
It's a hold.
Huskies.
Get a quick look and see what happened here. It's not a bad call.
Loney off the inbound baseline to Boardman. Gets the return pass. So Taurasi with 2. UConn with 2 this half.
See, once again, the official was right there next to Taurasi. That kind of intertwined arms happens all the time, but just can't make it look obvious.
These 2 teams will play next year at the Wells Fargo Arena in Tempe on December 21st. Rosenthal misses the runner. Jessica Moore pulls down rebound number 7. Huskies nearly turned it over. Battle to Taurasi for 3. Got it.
She's been awfully quiet this half, Diana Taurasi.
Her first 3 of the night. 251st of her career, needs 29 more to break Wendy Davis's school record. So it took the Huskies quite a while to get to half 100. 50-42, 12:40 remaining. Boardman. Rosenthal. Down low, Kavesny over Moore. Counted in the foul.
Unbelievable position by Kavesny inside. She can get it that low. Forget it. Now, and I don't know where the foul was. I thought Jessica Moore did a pretty good job of just bodying up and with her arms straight in the air. You got to let that go. That's not a foul.
Number 3 on Moore. Kavesny tries to complete the 3-point play.
With all the bumping and pushing that's going on both ends defensively, you don't call that.
Sun Devils a perfect 9 of 9 from the line. They cut the lead to 5. Morgan Valley to Moore. Taurasi gets the screen. Her second three of the night.
She's had a look on in her eyes the last several possessions where it's time to take over.
And after the 3, we're going to get a foul called. Evidently they're pointing, looks like it's on UConn.
No, I think it's on Loney.
Well, it's on Arizona State. Connie Pardue was pointing as if the ball would go to Arizona State. She obviously didn't mean to do that. The foul will be on Loney. It's her second. That's 7 on the team.
And Charlie Turner-Thorne is out on the court going, can someone explain to me what the heck is going on right now?
Could be a 5-point possession if Battle can knock down both ends of the 1-and-1.
Wow. Wow. Turning point in the game. That would make it a 10-point lead.
Battle 0 for 2 from the line tonight, but with that one, she's now 12 for 17 for the year. Loney leaves. Rosenthal replaces her.
And while life on the road is never a bowl of cherries, we can say at least that these are 3 Pac-10 officials.
Yep. Not unusual at all for that to happen when you have one of these intersectional games. Presumably next year there'll be 3 Big East officials when they get together in Tempe just before Christmas. Rosenthal, as UConn extends the defense, trapping whenever possible. Up 10, 8 minutes gone, second half. Rosenthal drives, had nowhere to go. Shot clock inside 10. That possession seemed doomed from the start. Battle 1-on-3. Knocked away, last touch by Arizona State. It'll be UConn ball when we return from this official timeout. UConn has opened up a 10-point lead.
And why is that? Because of this young lady, Diana Taurasi, taking the game over here in the second half. And she's doing it from long range. Again, as I said earlier, I just saw a different look in her eyes the last 10-15 minutes.
Taurasi with 17 points tonight. Make it. Oh, she missed the shot. Great backdoor cut. She couldn't finish. She thought she was fouled. Instead, Turner was.
And she, you know, I know she's frustrated because what you can't see at home, or even a lot of the fans at the games can't see this. Every time she moves, she gets pushed and bumped. And a good time for the coach to talk to her a little bit, but she just gets frustrated. Now, I know she wanted to make that shot too.
Turner misses the free throw. The foul on Loney, her third. 8 on the Sun Devils this half. We spoke about the Sun Devils balance rebounding. Well, they've been balanced in their foul trouble tonight. Loney, Buckner, Johnson, Denson, all with 3 each, with 11.5 remaining.
And there's still a lot of time left.
Buckner dribbles by Strother, then finds Boardman in the lane. Rebound Taurasi, knocked away, recovered by Battle. Taurasi goes around the Morgan Valley screen, counted in the foul.
Taurasi wanted that. No one stopped the ball, and a little exclamation mark.
14-3 UConn run in the last 340. Taurasi now with 20 points. 4th time this year. 29th time in her career. And now Buckner, we think, has her 4th foul again.
And you know, Taurasi with 20 now. She had 11 not too long ago. She got to 20 in a hurry.
Yep. Well, at halftime, she had 7.
Yeah, that's how dangerous she is.
But she got 13 points in the first 9 minutes. This time, she leads battle right on the numbers. And this one's getting away from the Sun Devils. And Charlie Turner-Thorne says, let's talk things over.
Yeah, they needed to take a break. Number 3 has taken over.
20 points and 6 assists.
Yeah, I mean, when she takes over and sets her mind to something, there's really nothing anybody in the country is going to do to stop her. A nice pass to Battle, who finished on the run. He's got them up.
Yep.
He's got them on their feet here at the Civic Center.
Well, of course, next week is Christmas, and Megan and I would like to wish a very Merry Christmas and, more importantly, a very speedy recovery to a very close friend of everybody involved in UConn athletics for the last quarter century or more. D. Rowe is recovering from surgery, is now home from the hospital. So, D, get well soon.
Yeah,
Can't
D,
wait to
we're
see
thinking of you.
Can't
You
wait
and Jenny.
to see you back here at the Civic Center and at Gamble.
One of the great all-time people of the world.
Can he work a room or what?
Nobody better.
He walks into this building, and I swear he knows 14,000 of the 16,294 who are here. Up top with the ball, it's Denson, defended by Valley. Shot clock down to 3. Still loose on the floor. And that's a shot clock violation. 12th turnover for Charlie Turner-Thorne's club. Johnson departs.
You know, that was
replaced by
perfect,
Thigpen.
Bob, perfect timing for that defensive possession for the Huskies, because they've gone on their run offensively, and then they're proving that they can do it on the other end. And there's nothing more frustrating for an offensive team than to get that 30-second shot clock violation.
So UConn has opened up a 16-point lead. Westerberg on the foul, and that's number 10 on the Sun Devils. So everything the rest of the way for UConn will be 2 shots. Her first. And to the line goes Ann Strother.
And unlike the first half, Bob, when the Huskies shot under 29% from the free throw line, they've got to convert.
Strother, as a freshman, made the all-Final Four team, 3rd team All-Big East, and made the Big East All-Rookie team. And there were a couple of games where she just took over the game, had a rather significant basket at crunch time to help beat Tennessee here at the Civic Center, and was terrific against both Oklahoma, or Texas rather, in the national semifinals, and Tennessee in the final.
What a great scorer she is.
Westerberg, left side to Loney. Shot clock down to 10. Down low it goes to Kavetsny, and she'll be called for the offensive foul. Her second.
I don't know if that was the elbow coming out or if the shoulder was dipped, but she did initiate that contact. Jessica Moore is traditionally pretty good at keeping her hands in the air, bodying up.
Couldn't see very well from that angle. The hand for Taurasi, who departs with 20 points and 6 assists. 13 of those 20 in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Conlon will give to Battle.
They switch on every screen.
Strother up top to Moore. Strother for 3. And Moore unable to run down the rebound.
And now Strother was open because there was a little lack of communication defensively, because the one thing Arizona State doesn't want to do is switch when it's a big guy to guard screen. You can switch guard to guard, not a problem. But Boardman got stuck on Strother, or maybe it was one of the bigger guys. I think it was Kavetsny.
Westerberg picked up her dribble. Great backdoor cut to Loney. Back out top Westerberg. Here's Boardman for three. Rebound inside Thigpen. She's doubled. Morgan Valley got a hand on it. Here's Battle one-on-one with the smaller Loney. Battle juggled the ball. Takes the return pass, then finds Strother on the left.
What a great pass from Jessica Moore to the wide open Strother. Just a dagger.
21-3 UConn run in the last 7:03 has opened up a 21-point lead. Westerberg lost it to Strother and then pulled her down. And Strother gets up rather gingerly but says she's okay. Second foul on Westerberg.
Looks like it was her right ankle she tweaked.
Turnover number 15 for the Sun Devils, and back to the line will go Strother. The trip out west, she had 14 points in the first game against Pepperdine. That equals her season high. Now Taurasi and Turner return. Battle and Valley leave. Rosenthal and Denson back in for Arizona State. Kovezdi will get a rest. And Liz Sherwood will return for UConn. Sherwood was Strother's high school teammate at Highlands Ranch in the Denver area. They teamed up for a couple of state championships. Turner tried to rebound the missed free throw but stepped on the end line. If UConn can hang on to this substantial lead, it will be the 68th straight home win for the Huskies. And that would be one shy of the NCAA record of 69 held by Tennessee, a streak which was ended by UConn in January of '96 at Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville. And the next home game for UConn will be on December 29th here at the Civic Center against North Carolina State. Sherwood with the foul from behind. So Megan, if UConn can win tonight and beat NC State, they would tie Tennessee's record, then would go for the record breaker on January the 3rd here at the Civic Center against 4th-ranked Duke.
How perfect is that? That's the way it should be.
Duke's first ever visit to UConn. Off the inbound pass, Turner runs right over Thigpen, who was setting the screen. That's number 1 on Turner. And number 5 on UConn this half.
Yeah, slight problem there, Turner. You have to run around the screen, not through it.
Or do it when the officials aren't looking. One of the two. Buckner back in the lineup with 4 fouls. Denson for 3. Got it. She's got 9.
How about Denson, the 6'1" sophomore forward, 2 for 2 from long range.
Arizona State 5 of 13 from behind the arc tonight. On the weave, Moore sets the screen. Conlon looks for Turner, trying to post up the smaller Rosenthal. Shot clock inside 10. Moore in the lane to Sherwood. She juggled it. She turns and she finds Turner. Who's fouled? Nope. 3-second call.
Well, part of the problem there, it's hard to bounce pass it into your center that's 6'4". Throw it up in the air to her.
Timeout, 7:38 remaining. UConn looking for its 35th straight win at the Civic Center.
See her in the house, first woman to play. She played in the GHO. Unbelievable, great golfer and an even nicer person.
She played in the GHO because she earned it.
Yeah. By
winning the PGA sectional championship.
Yep, Ellington Ridge.
Loney will walk it out of the backcourt with 7.5 remaining. Right side 3 by Rosenthal. Gets her own rebound. Moore set the screen, thought the rebound would bounce out of bounds. Buckner, and away from the play, will get a foul. Moore and Sherwood were both there. And it will be on Sherwood. It's her first and number 6 on the Huskies. Second half. Arizona State, after tonight's game, will venture to the east and slightly north to Worcester to play Holy Cross on Saturday night, concluding their 2-game tour of New England. That will be their final non-conference game of the year. the lane. Denson spins on Moore, who knocked it away. Then Turner dives.
Great
hustle by Denson. Great anticipation by Taurasi.
Unfortunate. Denson did such a nice job hustling for the ball on the floor. Taurasi at the right place at the right time.
Turner went for the steal, couldn't get it. UConn has outscored Arizona State on fast break points, 12-0. Denson spins and will draw the foul on Turner. That's her second, 7 on the Huskies.
And she, as usual, Barbara didn't like it, and she's going to try to plead her case. Doesn't do much good, though.
And to the free throw line will go Amy Denson, trying to get in double figures. Needs one more to do so. Thigpen, Rosenthal depart. Boardman returns. And the ovation for Turner, who leaves with 9 points and 5 rebounds. Turner has strung together 5 straight double-figure scoring efforts. And Moore again tried to set the screen and let the ball go out of bounds, but the official said she touched it last. So Boardman will inbound baseline.
Turnover, the ref handing the ball to Boardman.
UConn's last loss to a Pac-10 team to Stanford on December 28th, 1993. Buckner will get a held ball. Arrow aiming toward the Sun Devils. So they'll get a fresh 30 with 6:33 remaining in the game. There's a look at Sherwood, who was a McDonald's, Parade Magazine, and WBCA All-American last year as a senior in high school. Preseason Big East co-freshman of the year, along with Notre Dame's Crystal Irwin. Boardman to Denson. Kavesdi. She's doubled. Denson finds Loney for 3. Her third 3 of the night. And with that 3, she moves into 8th on the Arizona State career list with her 67th of her career.
You know, with the game that Kavesdi's been having, this is a nice opportunity for freshman Liz Sherwood to match up against a big body inside and see how she will fare.
Kavesdi's fared very nicely with 13 points and 5 rebounds. Jessica Moore with a little jump hook in traffic. Moore with 11. Boardman misses the 3. Rebound Conlon. So Moore in double figures for the 3rd time this year and the 32nd time in her career. Taurasi inside the 6-minute mark. And Ashley Valley tries to penetrate, and Sherwood away from the play will be whistled for a 3-second violation.
Wow.
No, said it was a foul.
This is what's frustrating to players when there's so much contact. Let them play. They're banging each other, and then they're going to start calling little ticky-tack stuff late in the game. Come on.
3rd foul on Sherwood. Loney will walk it up. Huskies in a 2-3 zone with Ashley Valley, Morgan's younger sister, out front with Conlon. Buckner to Westerberg. Aubrey Johnson, Gatorade Player of the Year in Idaho. Sherwood with the block, and then Johnson with the foul as she bumps Moore going for the rebound. That's her 4th. As you mentioned, Johnson and Westerberg were AAU teammates. And when the Arizona State coaching staff went on a home visit, they first of all went to Westerberg's house, which is in Green Acres, Washington, right near the Idaho town line. And they decided to send the coaches on a scavenger hunt on the way to Johnson's house across the state line in Idaho. And when they got there was a sign greeting them, I'm not making this up, that said, "Roses are red, violets are blue. We're committed to playing for ASU. Signed Charlie's Angels, Aubrey and Emily." So talk about
Great basketball players, clever as well. But I mean, what does that do for your chemistry when you got 2 kids coming in, they're best friends?
Killing two birds with one stone on that visit, huh? Coming away with 2 commitments.
There you go.
That's a successful recruiting day. Both Gatorade Players of the Year in their respective states. Loney already has 3 threes. Can't get this one to fall. The rebound off Sherwood's hand to Battle. Inside 5 minutes. Pass deflected, and here's Westerberg through to Buckner, who wasn't looking but turned around just in time. Play getting just a bit ragged here at the end. Kavesny doubled in the post.
Oh my gosh.
And Moore with the reach-in foul, her 4th. 9 on UConn. There's Gino Auriemma.
Hear the crowd voicing their disapproval.
So we can scratch that particular call off the list of foul calls against UConn that the crowd likes here at the Civic Center. It is a short list. Kavesny misses the free throw. We mentioned UConn's last loss to a Pac-10 team was to Stanford. The Huskies more than made up for that by beating Stanford in the NCAA semifinals in 1995. Of course, you were on the coaching staff then, Meg. Wasn't that like a 28-point win in Minneapolis?
Yeah, it sure was.
On the left, another foul on the Sun Devils. This one will be on Westerberg. And Arizona State will play, naturally, the home-and-home series against Stanford this year. Currently ranked 7th in the country and has one of the great players in the country in Nicole Powell. This game tonight, Megan, for the Sun Devils is the 2nd of 8 games against top 25 teams this year. They already lost to number 8 Kansas State, and then Charlie Turner Thorne's club will play the home-and-home with Stanford, Washington, and Oregon.
Well, that's the only way you get better. And this team is so young, and due to injuries, their young guys have really gotten maximum minutes and made huge impacts. Last year, Boardman was out last year with an injury. They're without Jill No this year. Both players got hurt in the very beginning of practice, so they are a team to be reckoned with in the future.
Loney tried to squeeze between 2 players. In doing so, she lost the handle and is called for the travel. Turnover number 17 in the Sun Devils.
You know, the only way you get better, Charlie Turner Thorne knows that the only way you get better is you got to play the best possible opponents and play them throughout the regular season so you're ready come tournament time.
Sun Devils have done a very good job of taking away the backdoor cut for the Huskies tonight. They've tried it a number of times.
Yeah, and they're taking everything away.
Yeah, they extend the man-to-man up so high you would think it would lend itself to that, but they're also taking away the pass. Ashley Valley.
And that's where you got to figure out what they're trying. They can't take everything away, so you got to be smart and tactical. And the Huskies have had some moments tonight where they've done that, but ASU has really given them fits.
Kavesny to Thigpen. Gaudette.
Hello, Alicia Gaudette. Only her 3rd 3 of the season.
Gaudette, another member of this highly regarded freshman class. She's from Colorado Springs. In the lane, Sherwood. And on the rebound, Battle will be whistled for the foul. And will walk down the other end of the floor. Megan, you mentioned that preseason injury to Jill No. There's Jill. Made the Pac-10 all-freshman team last year. And she tore her ACL in practice on October 8th, and that was a big blow for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, I mean, they finally have Boardman back, who she tore her ACL the 2nd day of practice last year. You get her back, they're looking good. A lot of their young guys had got quality minutes last year, and then early on you lose another.
The ovation for Diana Taurasi, who leaves with 22 points and 7 assists, and Ashley Battle, who departs with 10 points and 7 rebounds. And that will bring us to a timeout. 3:03 remaining. The UConn lead an even 20.
Capture the spirit of these beloved programs. Happy holidays, the best of the Andy Williams Christmas shows. Wednesday at 8, only on CPTV. I think I know where I'll be that night.
Yep. We'd like to wish happy holidays to all of our loyal viewers in Connecticut on Connecticut Public Television. and our viewers tonight in Phoenix on KAZ TV. Glad you've joined us in this busy holiday season. Nice look inside to Jessica Moore.
Yeah, Ashley Valley with the nice dump.
15 points for Moore. Godette. Left side Loney. Defended by Ashley Valley at the 2.5-minute mark. Thigpen down low Kavesny. Moore got a piece. And coming away with it is freshman Kiana Robinson,
who's finally gotten herself healthy in this early portion of her freshman year to get herself a little bit more court time.
Robinson out of Brandon High School in Brandon, Florida. Spent last year at Laurinburg Institute in North Carolina. Moore down low Sherwood. He somehow caught it and laid it in. Great hands.
Unbelievable hands. And once again, that's the second time that Jessica Moore threw a little bounce pass into the big girl inside. Throw it up.
Loney's got 3 threes. Long rebound to Loney, but then stripped from behind by Ashley Valley.
Once again, Ashley Valley coming in and being very productive.
Robinson was a third-team Parade Magazine All-American. Honorable mention WBCA All-American. One of 2 freshmen on this Huskies team. Ashley Valley, kick out to Robinson, the runner, and those were her first collegiate points.
And I was going to say, Kiana, shoot it when you got it. She made that shot a little bit harder than it had to be, but it doesn't matter.
And Arizona State will call time with 1:08 remaining, and the UConn lead at 26. As we look at Kiana Robinson getting on the board for the first time.
Yeah, he had the nice dish. Pop, shoot it. No, I want to go inside a little closer in with the big guys. Again, Ashley Valley, the penetration opens up the perimeter game. Ashley Valley just doing more and more with her minutes.
Last time UConn lost a game here at the Hartford Civic Center, February 22nd, 1986 to St. John's. This will be the 35th straight win in this building. It will be the 68th consecutive home court win overall, and it's right back on the road, Megan, for the Huskies. On Sunday, they will play St. Joseph's at the famous Palestra in Philadelphia.
And it'll be a going home for Gino and Jack Eisman, the assistant coach. He's also from Philadelphia. Chris Daly is from New Jersey, so it's a going home party.
You'll see that one noon on CPTV Sunday. Then the break for Christmas. North Carolina State back here at the Civic Center. We told you about the Duke game, and then West Virginia. That will be the Big East opener on January 7th in Morgantown, West Virginia.
Our first road game. Are we thrilled? We couldn't go to California.
Loney. Defended by Ashley Valley inside the final minute. Fake Valley off her feet, misses the shot, and Ashley Valley pulls down the rebound. Kiana Robinson will bring it up the floor. So this will be the 12th straight time that UConn defeats a Pac-10 opponent. Of course, they had the win against USC back on December 7th. Shot clock off. And walking it across will be Loney. Down low Denson. Thigpen at the foul line. Thigpen down low, misses the shot. Rebound Morgan Valley, and that'll do it. So UConn extends its overall winning streak to 13. Its home court winning streak to 68. The Huskies beat Arizona State 81-55. And it's the 600th win for the UConn program, and they become the fastest school in NCAA history to get from 500 to 600. They did it in 103 games, so you do the math. That means the Huskies are 103 in their last 103 games. We'd like to say goodnight to our viewers in Phoenix who are watching on KAZ TV. Happy holidays to all our viewers there. To our viewers in Connecticut, stick around. And we'll be hearing from Huskies coach Gino Auriemma following an 81-55 win over Arizona State. With Megan Pattison-Kumo.
Bob, thank you very much, Coach. This game is always a tough one. After the exam week, you had about 11 days off. How did you think your team looked?
We probably look like my good friend D-Row, who's back home watching this. You know, after you get out of the hospital, you know, you look like a little bit groggy, a little bit sluggish. But wish you the best, D, if you're watching. But you know, it's something that you know is going to happen. But when it does happen, you're not happy about it. And I thought the whole first half was just a real struggle, you know. And I mean, and you can tell when you haven't played a lot because, you know, you don't make free throws. You know, the little things that you know, you turn the ball over maybe more than you did. In the second half, I thought was a completely different game than the first half.
Right. Now, defensively, Arizona State, probably the best defensive team you've played all year. Now, you've played physical teams, but this team was physical, but they were just very good defensively as well.
Yeah, they are. They're a very well-coached team. They do a great job of taking you out of what you want to do, and they force you to improvise in some ways. They make you have to beat them off the dribble, which, you know, fortunately we had a couple guys that did do that. But you know what? They test your patience too, and that's not one of our strong points right now. So little by little, I think these games are starting to help us.
Mm-hmm. What do you think are some of the things right now off the top of your head that your team needs to work on?
Well, I think I touched on one of them is we get a little bit of a hurry, you know, making that third, fourth, fifth pass sometimes. When we did that tonight, we got the wide open threes, you know. I think defensively sometimes, you know, we get caught, you know, where we have to help so much that, you know, we give up, you know, open shots because we don't recover well enough. And obviously, you know, the free throw shooting coach needs to be fired immediately, if not sooner. That would be me, by the way.
Well, listen, good luck down in Philadelphia, your little homecoming. Enjoy your festive Christmas tie and have a great Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas. Are we doing a show tomorrow morning?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Oh, my God, we are. Okay. Yeah, we're doing a show tomorrow morning.
Before the St. Joe game.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. All right, bye.
Bob.
All right, thank you very much, Megan. The Huskies were 13 of 24, by the way, from the foul line. Diana Taurasi leading the way with 22 points and 7 assists. Jessica Moore, 15.7 rebounds. Ann Strother, 12 points, 6 rebounds. Ashley Battle, 10.7 rebounds. The Huskies shot 58.5%. Leading the way for the Sun Devils was Kristen Kavesny with 13 points. UConn now 7-0. Arizona State slips to 5-2. The Sun Devils will visit Holy Cross on Saturday. Next up for UConn this Sunday, December 21st, the Huskies will travel to Philadelphia to the famed Palestra to take on St. Joseph's. Game time is noon on CPTV. So for Megan Pattison, our producer, Lori Mancini, our director, Sean Jensen, our executive producer, Harriet Unger, our coordinating producer, Tony Melisso, a very happy holidays to all of you. Once again, the final score, UConn 81, Arizona State 55. Good night from Hartford.